Hello, my dear Pisces. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between April the 1st to April 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I used the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Zero Marketing, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the 4 Archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Pisces viewers. So I want my dear Pisces to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you about Mercury, April 1. It is the best time to view Mercury since it will be on its highest point over the horizon. Look for the planet low in the western sky just after sunset. April 7, the giant planet Jupiter will be at opposition and will be fully illuminated by the sun. It will be at its closest approach to Earth and will be brighter than any other time of the year. April 11, we will have the full moon. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so Pisces, this is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the first half of April 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you is the Tower. So the Tower is it's an experience where a lot of things are falling around you. You need to sacrifice a lot of things or give things up due to ill health or sudden experience, sudden losses, sudden shifts. It can be also sudden enlightenment or sudden changes in lifestyle. Getting pregnant, for example, might be one of those shocking things for some people. So the Tower is this life-changing event that afterwards, when you look back, you will see that this was the time when you really learned something new in your life that actually improved your life. So we shouldn't fear the Tower so much, because it's a great help for us to become more of ourselves. If we are on the wrong path, if we have taken off on the wrong road and starting to go lost, the Divine will start to whisper to us and give us different road signs to tell you should not continue on this road, you should go in this direction instead. So first it's whisperings, and then it's getting louder and louder and louder. It might start as you becoming catching a cold every time you go to work, for example, if you are not supposed to work in this place where you're at, or every time you're supposed to meet up with your friend, there will be some kind of changing in booking and other things. So you will get those signs that something is going on, and if you then try to go into this state of asking, okay, so where do I go from here? What is it that I need to see? You can be able to change course before the Divine needs to do some drastic things in your life that will be like maybe break your leg so you can't go to work. So you will have to stay at home and ponder about your future and what's the next step to take. And maybe you will feel during that time, I won't ever go back to that place. Or it can be different things. I just trying to give you examples of how the Divine is kind of increasing the volume of the Tower from small whisperings till you get a blow to the head. So if you can start to become more aware of the signs in your life, not in a way to avoid danger. I don't mean like this. I mean just get more into the flow, more intuitive, see more of what's happening around you and the obstacles that's being faced in your life. Sometimes obstacles are there for you to overcome them and use them as a stepping stone. And sometimes obstacles are there to show you that, no, this is not the right way to go. So sometimes it can be hard to know what you're supposed to do. But when things started to get like a little bit crazy, problems torn up like again and again and again and again, then you can take this as a sure sign that you are supposed to change course. The Tower is a healing event. It wants to pull away everything that's not really you, everything that's you are wasting time on, and you are not supposed to do this. And here you have the High Priestess. So I guess the Tower is a very good way also to exercise on becoming more intuitive, more in sync with the divine. Here it's like you are hearing those signs from the divine, and you're starting to journey towards finding your true self and loving yourself and accepting everything that are with you as your true expression. So it's also it's very much like the Hermit, going inwardly, but it's not this. It's not so much wandering, it's more finding with a High Priestess. It's more just accepting what's already there, accepting she's very self-sufficient and much in her self-respect. So it's those times when you are being put through some test and you just decide to align with yourself and get rid of this this split that we can have inside of us. We want to be good people towards others, and then we forget about ourselves. We try to give all our energy at work, and we forget our children. It can be different things like this. And here is, with the High Priestess, the split is kind of gone. It's unity with the number 2 here, and she just knows what's right, and she don't really care about rules anymore. So she goes with her own wisdom and with her own subconscious knowing. The subconscious have this beautiful way of storing everything you know. So with your awakened mind, you can use a little bit of what you already know. This is what you can keep in your day-to-day memory. But the moon, your subconscious, can store everything. So that's why we sometimes say, okay, I need to sleep on this. Because we need to get in contact with our subconscious. But the High Priestess always have contact with her subconscious. She's also emerged in water, and that is her way to feel the subconscious through her feelings and emotions, those ripples and vibrations. So this is a beautiful way to get in contact with your true self. She also have a halo here. That's her soul that has gone down in the body, and that can it seems like she is almost like a saint, but it's not as complicated as it seems. Most animals have their soul totally integrated in their body. It's just human beings. We don't really want to be here, so we kind of try to skip out of our body, skip out of our temple that's currently under some kind of attack, our body, and we want to escape. So what to do to emerge with your body is to start feeling grounded, start to breathe, be here and now, feel also the warmth in hands and feet and let it spread to the rest of the body. Sometimes you can't feel the warmth, you can feel like something. Try to feel something in your hands. It starts there. So this is when you are giving room to the soul in your body, and the more integrated your soul becomes, the more true you can be to your divine source, to both your emotional body and your soul. So it's very healthy to integrate your soul with your body, and this will make you have a much more better relationship and better experiences, because you will be so much more light. You will merge with light, and you will become magnetic to your highest destiny and those true people that are supposed to be in your life, and those true circumstances that you need. And here's the Akashic Chronicle. It's all everything, all your wisdom, all what you have experienced and now know. And you also have a pomegranate here for fertility and spiritual growth and evolution. Changes in your DNA is probably going on here with those. Sometimes this can be actually a picture of how the universe is bombarding us with radiation that are making us evolve on our smallest scale. In our DNA is starting to evolve very rapidly here. Also with being out in the sun is very good, because you get the latest update from spirits, to have a little sun on your face. Also get vitamin D. But here sometimes it can feel you can feel nauseated, you can have ringing in your ears, you can have headaches, you can feel very like depressed or anxious or in distress. It's just downloading of new energy, vibration that might be a little bit more high than your body can really manage to deal with. So it can feel very distressing, but it actually just wants to connect you more and more with your higher self. So it's a beautiful process, but it's like going through a birth canal. So you might feel like you are going to die, or that sometimes even want to die because of this. It's like being underneath the eye of God. It's very painful sometimes, or when you are not in the same frequency as those vibrations that comes also through your emotions. When you listen to angel radio through your emotions, it can be very hurting, but it's just frequencies, it's just vibration. Try to open up, try to put out the red carpet, even to a headache, because this is letting your body change in the way that it needs to adjust to those new things that are being downloaded in your system. So for this kind of thing, which I see here, it's usually a big life crisis that will lead to epiphanies. The next card is Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is Gemini. It's a very, very intelligent, like an intelligent young man in its symbol. It doesn't have to be an intelligent young man in your life, but as a symbol, and it's probably out in your life, but it's probably also mirroring something within you. So we have those birds of prey, being able to look at a situation from a high altitude and true duality. We have number 2 here, again, 2 birds. The High Priestess is number 2. And we have this tornado. So it's definitely things that wants to change in your life, probably also through angel radio this way, through your thoughts. So even if your thoughts might feel like very negative, I would urge you to write them down at this point, because even if it's like quarrels with other people, you can have like beautiful seeds of knowledge during those sessions where your mind is excessively thinking of something. It's usually putting a lot of distress to your system because your emotional body doesn't know, or your body in its fullest doesn't know the difference between your thoughts and what's actually happening. So let this rampage of thoughts go on for a while and write it down. Give it a lot of attention and try to find the core of truth in this. What you're saying. It doesn't have to be like the truth of everything, but the truth of how you really feel and want and need, and how you really look at a situation. Because sometimes in a love relationship, for example, we can want to feel that we are loved, but when the Knight of Swords come, it will come with a lot of doubt that, well, maybe I'm not loved, and it will see it from many different angles like this. And just accept this information, like your viewpoint right now. Okay, so I have those evidence that I'm not loved, or people are not really wanting me or seeing the true me, or whatever can be the problem. So just face this and put attention to it. And when you have done this, exercise, you will probably feel a lot of pain in your body. It has ripped up a lot of dust with this tornado here. So then I want you to stay in your body. Again, roll out the red carpet to those feelings and just feel them for a while. Just let them get a lot of attention, like you would give attention to a child in distress. And after a while, when the tears from those painful energies in your body are starting to dry up, then focus on something else. Meditation, filling your body with light could be a good exercise. So first thoughts, then feelings, give attention to the feelings, and then meditation, bring in light, bring in your soul. Maybe fill your toes with light, your feet, your legs, abdomen, and through your whole body. So this is a beautiful completion process where you will go through this turmoil, but find your balance again. So you will be back to square one where you were balanced, but you will be so much more richer in experience about what you really see around you, your own reflections, your own emotions, your own reactions to different situations. So you know better where to go from here. That's one of the ways to listen to the divine before the tower has to fall, or you need to have this little blow to your head. It's whisperings instead. Listen to all the whisperings that's going on, even if they are making you a bit agitated. The next card is Queen of Coins. So Queen of Coins is it's usually Capricorn. You have air sign here. Air is Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, and this is Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But it can be any kind of person, and probably this is going on within you. It's air and earth, though those are its opposites. So it's your body and your mind. They need to be integrated as this in this now. And you see, she is enlightened in this beautiful way as the High Priestess. Her soul hasn't really gone down, but it's on its way to go down in her body. So this is our body. This is the earth, our body, our temple, the abundance. This which builds richness and beauty in our world. We have been denying this part of us, and we can see this on nature being in a lot of distress. Also our own bodies and animals being in a lot of distress because we haven't really give the honor to the body that we ought to do. But with this, you are reconnecting with both mind and body and giving them fairly 50% of the room. But we see this is a knight and this is a queen, so a little bit more space to the body. The body is what's important here. It's your universe. It's your temple. It's this it's beautiful atoms that have been made through explosions of great stars. Some of your beautiful building stones is from those experiences, because they are building higher atoms like coal, for example, and other things. And all those beautiful atoms that have been through this adventure due to universe being born and growing and everything, and the exploding stars has come together for you this lifetime in this body once. So it's something to really honor and something to really appreciate. It's just going to have this life together, those cells, your atoms. So do the best you can for those and live this life to the fullest, because your soul is eternal, and the body cells are atoms are also eternal. Even though they change, we change as well, but only this time it will be together like this. So honor the body and listen to the thoughts also. Even though the thoughts is more like a tool, they shouldn't be the master of you, just a tool to use. Okay, so you see here is the Judgment. It's number 20, so it's number 2 again. It's connected to the High Priestess, becoming your true self, your true soul self. And also for some of you, there will be a lot of remembering of past lives, maybe not through your mind. sometimes through your mind, but probably just through experience within the body. And it's also this rising of the divine feminine again. It has been suppressed for a long time, but now it's coming back and taking its rightful throne as the abundant source of all life. So Judgment card is about growing up. It's about getting to know yourself and starting to integrate all those things with you. Your intuition, your instincts, your emotional body, so you can have contact with the divine, the angel radio, your Merkaba, your magnetic field that's going like this. We have the same on Earth, and the sun and all the planets has a magnetic field, being the true shield of you. So you can be the true self and be very pure and honest and still have a beautiful protection that's coming from self-love. So what I see here is a beautiful awakening process for you, Pisces. It's very distinct. So for most of you, this will lie in the past, but it might be really fresh for you watching in Mars. And this is in the now, in the first half of April. So we have a little Page of Wands here that comes from this Tower event. So the Page of Wands is your soul. It's the soul that went down in a child's body once and were purely you. In the eyes of a child, you can see the consciousness there. It's true consciousness. They are just there watching. They are totally in the now until maybe 3 years old, when we start to become finding a me and getting socialized, things like this. But before that time, we are true divine spirits on earth. And if nobody has taken this away from you, you will still be very much you. And if not, the divine is here helping you through crisis, through life crisis and obstacles, to tear down everything that's not you. So the pure self will be here. This will probably also be represented by someone on the outside, maybe a fiery child in your environment that can show you this little revolutionary child, a person that is very true to their own conventions or their own convictions, and they don't want to be tampered with. They don't want to have to change or bend their neck for society. They rather break than bend. So they are so true to their spirits, and fire children are often having a lot of beautiful leadership skills, so they are not so easily trained or raised. They don't want to listen so much to advices. They are already in the know. So this is about your inner child as well, that you need to become more true to this spirit that once came to earth, and decide that this person was perfect when it came, and you need to find your way back to this person and peel off everything that's not truly you. The next card underneath the High Priestess is the Hangman, and the Hangman is number 12. 1 + 2 is 3. It's the Empress that has a beautiful connection to the Queen of Coins. So it's pregnancy, we can say, but it's being pregnant with your own divinity. With the Hangman, it's like you being trapped in a impossible situation, and there's no way out. No, not with your usual survival skills anyway. So it's a divine trap where they want you to mirror yourself. They want you to see your true self. This is the Fool, the child again. So they want you to look deeply in the mirror, and we see here with the hourglass that it's not running any sand in any direction. So the time is standing still until you get this. It's something that you need to sacrifice. Sometimes it will be those relationships that are built on this mask that you have had, where you haven't really shown your true face. You have tried to be someone that you thought would be loved and accepted, but you haven't been the true you. So this time to look at the mirror and let go of everything that's not really you. And you will be stuck in this position, in this where things are just falling out of your pockets until you realize that you shouldn't go against your own longing, your own wants, your own needs, your own self-respect. And if you want something, you want it. So it doesn't mean that you will have it tomorrow, but just accept that you want this, what you want, and try to get rid of the split that's within you. So sometimes we are so hasty. We want to have things now, and we don't have the patience or the trust to wait for things to come to us. We can't really rely on this feeling inside of us that doesn't want to go away, some kind of longing or want or need. We can't just trust it and say, okay, so this is what I want, so I trust that the universe will bring something like this back to me then. We rather want to swoop this longing, this our true expression, underneath the carpet, forget about it, and accept whatever we have instead. And that's a beautiful way, because we are humble creatures mostly, and we want to be able to live on whatever the earth is giving us. We don't want to be the one that has this little bird's mouth open for new things all the time and want to our mommy to come and feed us. But in this circumstance, it's something, it's really important that you go all in with this, that the things you long for is the things that you want. End of story. Because this seems what you need to be focused on now, so you get rid of the split for a while, okay? So underneath the Knight of Swords, we have the Sun. So the Knight of Swords, with all its suspicions and jumping into conclusions and seeing danger everywhere and enemies and things like this, has a ray of truth here. And that was what I wanted to come to, that it's something that wants to come down here. You need to see something, like look reality in its eye, get end of illusion here, okay? You need to see the truth of your situation, also the truth of what you really want, and maybe the gap in between, just to have the record straight, just to see the truth without using pink glasses or trying to, well, I don't even want this, what I currently said that I wanted. You want this, just accept it. You don't have it, just accept it. It's not what you wanted it to be now, but just accept this gap and accept what you want and accept what you don't have, and don't be so agitated by this. Try to stay with it. Okay, so you don't have control and you have a longing. There's no problem. Just put your trust in universe that if this longing is your soul's longing, and it looks really much like your soul's longing, this is the Page of Wands that comes down like a manifested soul, and this is the Sun, your soul. You have this above your head. The High Priestess have it integrated in herself because she knows herself, and we have this as a common soul also in our solar system. So it seems like this, what you want is in line with your soul. You just need to start to see the reality of this, what's going on in your life, and just accept this. Okay, so you have a longing and you might not have this, what you want just now, but can you have patience to wait for it? Can you have trust? Can you live with this knowing without going to pieces? If you let go of control, if you stay centered in yourself and just accept whatever is, the split will end and you will go into a kind of meditation, being able to be here and now with whatever happens. So here we have a Hermit. It's the Virgo symbol. You also have this Earth female over here. So this is both talking about Virgo, Earth women, Earth, and Venus, of course, as well. And it's Venus here is going in retrograde, and we are going in with the Hermit down in ourselves. It's like the teenager moving on, away from home into their own apartment, or the hermit deciding that, nah, I don't like this society, I will go into my cave or apartment. For a teenager, it's not such a big difference. It's just a place where you need to retreat, to get rid of all your conditioning and find your true self again. connect to your own values, your needs, your road forward from here. The wand here, it's your spiritual energy. It's like your quest, and it's also your light on this way. So this is a time for you to go inwardly and kind of make maybe a bucket list, what you want to experience before you die. That might be a good hint on what it is that the soul wants to experience. It's not such a bad idea. And then maybe you will get out of this situation where you're a bit stuck. But for now, I think going inwardly is the only way for you to go deeper and deeper into you and get to know yourself. So you can communicate yourself in a more truthful way to your surrounding. The next card here is the Two of Cups. So it seems like love is on the agenda. You will find that you want maybe some old love to arise again. Or you just decide from a very adult point of view that love is the reason for why you are here. Because love is often our sadhana, our road to spiritual enlightenment, because we mirror each other in other people. So when you are alone, you might feel really like enlightened, but when you are in a relationship, all those things that you haven't really worked through will come up to surface and want a lot of attention. So this is a beautiful acknowledgement that love is very important, and love and experience, you can take them with you when you die, but not stuff and, you know, careers and things like this. So most people, when they are at the end of their lives, they won't think that, oh, I should have worked more, or I should have earned more money. Usually they are more like, I should have been more with my family. I should have searched for the one I loved from the first day I start longing for this person until I found them. This was the purpose of my life, being with my children as well, things like this. So try to figure out already now what you want, so you don't have to have any regrets later. So this is the future, and this is a beautiful Ace of Cups. That's actually the Ace of Cups that the High Priestess is immersed in, her emotional body, this beautiful thing we have that has an umbilical cord going back to the divine, where we can get feedback and information. So it's like having radio contact with ground control when being up in space, being out like a pioneer on a mission. So this is you getting back your soul's pure intention and your connection to ground control. So this is a beautiful thing. It's you getting more and more in tuned with this new being that you are going to be. You are going to heighten your vibration until you have telepathic contact with both the divine and other people and your loved ones, and you will just know, you will just feel how they feel and get very compassionate, being able to walk a mile in their shoes just by sitting next to them. And the Page of Wands, knowing her longing, knowing where she wants to go with this life, what she wants to accomplish, what people she wants to meet, and what relationships she wants to acquire. I said she, but it can as easily be a he here. And it's about waking the divine feminine, the body, getting back this authority, to know that the egg is it's the life force. It's spring happening here in humanity. We are going into spring, wakening up from a long sleep. Here you have a Knight of Coins, my dear Pisces. That's usually Taurus, and we see that this High Priestess has the symbol for Taurus in her forehead. The latest time we were in a divine feminine time where we had like equality between the sexes, were during the time of Taurus. It was when in the end of this time, the Hinduism and Buddhism were born, and also monotheism due to Egyptian religion, where we started to worship the sun. And then the Taurus religion weren't allowed anymore. We can see this in the Bible, where 3,000 people were killed due to their religious beliefs. And this was the end of the feminine era, end of the body. And then we went into a time where the mind, where the head was very important. And that was due to during Aries. And we have kind of being stuck there, even when we went into Pisces. That's about duality, number 2, and to mirror each other during 2 relationships and being in those loving situation where you turn your other cheek. It's the Jesus symbol. So we are a little bit too late here. We are a bit too late going into this spiritual awakening. So 2,000 years too late or so. But here we have the duality again, and it's with the horses. Horses are very needy creatures. They want their the loved ones around them. In other case, they get very agitated, but they can also practice on becoming very brave and go against their own natural instincts and do something very brave. And the Knight of Coins is talking about this. It's about having patience to go have long-lasting goals, almost like those old chivalry. Those old we have knights that they had a certain value about love and romance, and they and chastity and things like this. And it's a little bit like this. If you we are so quick in and out of love in this century, but here it's more like long-lasting love. Even though this love can't be really fulfilled, you still have this love as a goal, because it's going to be your spiritual sadhana. It's going to be the thing where you mirror yourself and start to see yourself and find yourself. And when you find yourself here, the Hermit, you find love, because they are the same. You are made out of love. So the next card here is 10 of Cups, and it comes underneath the Sun. Duality again. Duality is relationships, mirroring yourself in relationships. And here's Mars in Pisces. So the masculine growth towards mirroring yourself in a relationship. And where the masculine and the feminine is getting, like, starting to learn how to communicate due to mirroring each other and learn about their different cultures. And here you have the Sun in this 10 of Cups. And it's about ending the war. So you love someone that doesn't love you back. Do you have to hate this person, or do you have to be in your ego and kind of say, no, I'm not interested in you. I don't love that person. Tell to your friend, no, God, no, I'm not interested in that person. It's just you trying to protect your ego. The Knight of Swords is in this stage where he needs to polish his ego. But here with this ego and due to the Sun, your soul, something else are being born. Something where you can kind of relax, breathe out. Relax from this tension and breathe out with the Knight of Coins and just decide, okay, so I want this, what I want. It can be a dream of being an actor. It can be a dream of a person that you haven't seen for ages, maybe. It can be a dream of continuing this love relationship, even though it seems like hopeless. It can be any kind of dream that you have. And it's like it's supposed to prevail here. The dream is what matters, because this puts you on a vibration where you can start create beautiful, beautiful things in your life. As long as you stay in the ego and pretend that you don't want this, what you want, you will never get it. But when you just accept, okay, I don't have control, but I have my longing, and you take this seed, like with the Knight, it's like a farmer putting the seed to the ground and then a waiting period to see what will come back. We also have this beautiful, this is the masculine and this is the feminine. You can think about the difference between cats and dogs to see a little bit where we are going with the new masculine and the new feminine. Being more caretakers of earth and being more in the now, being more centered with loyalty. Knight of Coins is for loyalty and long-lasting love. Okay, so this is the values that matters for most people. Underneath the Queen of Coins and the Hermit, you have a Seven of Wands, and this is some resistance within you, that you don't want to feel or hear your own impulses because you're probably a little bit afraid of them, being afraid of the truth, being afraid of seeing through the illusions and seeing this, what we have feared so much. There's many love songs about letting me stay in this illusion, let me believe that you love me. But here's the time where you're not supposed to do this. You are supposed to face the truth about your situation, or at least about what you think about the situation. It doesn't have to be the truth. Knight of Swords are easily jumping into conclusion. But at least if you have a lover, for example, that doesn't really show you the love, and they tell you, okay, I love you, but they never show this to you. So your truth is then that I'm not loved. And this is what you need to accept, that, okay, this is how I feel. Even they can say how many times they want that they love me. And if they never show it, I will never know it. Sorry for the rhyme. And when you start to accept this, what you feel, you can also start communicating this through this very earth mother kind of type of way, where you are truly aligned with yourself and your own convictions. So you can be very like a mother towards this person not loving you and saying, okay, so this is how I see it. I still love you, but due to your actions, I have learned to see that I don't feel the love coming from you. And then you can take a very grown-up decision. You can talk about this and try to get along and find some solution. Maybe you could, this person could practice the 5 languages of love and start showing more of those. And you can give it like a couple of months and then you talk again. It doesn't have to be just this situation, but it's some kind of epiphany here that wants to come from you, from your highest wisdom, that you don't really like. And it might also be that you need to sometimes also say no to love. You know, if you love this person so much and they don't want to show you love, then you are alone in this love relationship, and you need to acknowledge that, and you need to maybe say no to further contact. Say, okay, so this is what I see. I want some time to heal. You can get back to me. We can talk again in 6 months and see if we can become friends then. But for now, I need to say no. So this is also learning to say yes and no. But I would like you to accept your own impulses and not blindfold yourself to them or try to resist them. Instead of fighting them, put up the red carpet. Okay, so the last card here is Page of Cups. So it's the same, almost like the Ace of Cups. It's the opening of your beautiful Pisces heart space. We see also the 2 Pisces here. This is the pure element of water, of emotions, and this is the person holding that knowing. So you have a little inner child inside of you. It's like a baby. It's like a jellyfish. It has a lot of needs, but it's your compass floating around there, showing you where you're supposed to go, and how you want to be treated, and what needs you actually have, because we are not here to starve. We are not here to stay in an empty watering hole, waiting for when water will come. So patience, yes, patience is good. For example, this kind of patience where you say, okay, so I love this person, but I see that their watering hole is empty. They don't have this love for me. So I will separate myself from this situation, because it's not good for me. Self-respect. But you don't give up on the love. You just don't try to stop love the person. The love is still there. You don't have to cut off your one of your arms just because it has done something stupid. So you can still love the person. You can still hold this energy. So that's the trick here, to kind of accept whatever is and become like a true opened heart space. This is your heart chakra opening in this very beautiful, beautiful way. So sometimes it's difficult to have this inner baby crying for things, wanting its parents to take care of it. But it's the deal here. It's how we are growing. If we didn't have this, we could do whatever we want. We wouldn't have to do anything that was difficult, because we wouldn't have any needs, and so we would live like in a reality where we didn't need to eat, we didn't need to have love, we didn't need to drink water, we didn't need to have roof over our head. That would be like the place where we are when we have died. So you're not there yet. So in this reality, we need our little baby to be the compass to where we want to go. It's how the divine is guiding us to what we want. Okay, so wisdom of the hidden realms for my dear Pisces. I guess those two. Yes, so this is the hungry ghost. This is the obsession, scarcity of consciousness, attachments. Usually in spiritual tradition, we would try to deny our body, we try to deny our needs, because we think they are of the devil and something that we need to overcome. So this might be the resistance within you. You don't want to feel your true needs, because if you start to feel that you're starving, what to do? Okay, so that's a hard realization. I'm starving. I don't have the love relationship or the social network or the support that I want. I don't feel love for the person that I am. I don't have this job which I want. I don't have this career. I don't have this money. I don't have the house. So obsessions comes not from people having, a lot of water, living in an abundant rainforest where there's dripping water from the trees. You can just bend down one leaf and fill your mouth with beautiful water. They are not obsessed by water. People obsessed by water are the people living in a desert where there is no water. So you need to start acknowledging this and see that there's nothing wrong with your needs. You are in 3D, you are supposed to have needs, you're not dead yet. The problem is that you are staying in places where you can't get those needs met. And that's the issue. So, Ringmaster Scrutiny, it's the process which you have gone through here with the Sun and the Knight of Swords, looking at things from many different angles, seeing the small details, going through your relationship, your work, and all those things, and seeing, okay, what's in tune with what I want and what's not, what needs adjustments. So looking with a magnifying glass, and he has the wand here, your spiritual longing, what you want to create, and it points to this, that you want more love in your life. It's what it's pointing to. So start to see this, wake up from the illusion. For some of you, you will find out, okay, so I have been totally lost, and I thought that I wasn't happy with this relationship, but I now acknowledge that this is a beautiful relationship and I'm going to be in it for the long haul. No more resistance for me. And for some of you, it will be, this awakening will be, okay, I'm in the desert. I don't have this, what I need and want. So I need to get myself out of here eventually. But I accept that I'm here now. But I'm going to work to build something more beautiful and abundant in my life. So this is what I want to see from you, Pisces, a plan or a clear vision. Sometimes we just want to control everything and we don't realize that we already are in paradise. So here we have this with leaving the deserty situation. We also have the baby here. So we leave it there. Unrequited love and leaving or travel. If you have a pattern, for example, of being abandoned, and all the females or the males that you meet in your life wants to abandon you, they are going to travel the world or do whatever, and you try to just endure. Okay, so you wave goodbye. I wonder if you can stop doing that and acknowledge that I don't want to be the one waving goodbye. I want to have my loved one with me. So if you want to leave, that's okay, because that's your life path. There's a track here. It's like a destiny. So it's okay. You can leave. But for me, I need someone that will be there for me, because I have always felt like I weren't loved and I weren't appreciated. So this can be one of the ways that you can respect yourself. It's just one of the ways. But this is also leaving a deserty situation to avoid this repetition of always feeling like you are not good enough, or you're not worthy of love, or no one will ever love you. Don't sit and wait to a lover to fall in your lap. Go to the water hole that there's actually water. Okay. So my beautiful Pisces, thank you for watching this far, and I'm also very grateful for all of you subscribing, liking, and watching my videos. I want you to take really good care of yourself, and I hope to see you again in the middle of April. Okay, bye bye.